What is going on, guys? Elite Chris here, and today I am bringing you another Farming Simulator 17 tutorial. Today we are going to be looking at how to plant sugar beets, how to harvest sugar beets, and how to sow sugar beets, and what sower to use when you plant the sugar beets, as well as what other equipment you can and should use for the sugar beet process on Farming Simulator 17. As you can see, I already have all the vehicles over here that you can use for planting and harvesting and loading the sugar beets. You don't have to use these high-end expensive tractors. I just use them because I am able to use them because I have so much money on this account. So without further ado, let's look at my nice purple and green Valtra. I meant to make this as a kind of a funny tractor, like a funny looking tractor, but it actually looks really cool. It purple paint with green rims and twin wheels. So if you want to make one like that, it actually looks really cool. Especially when you're in it, it looks really cool. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. I apologize for that long intro. So anyways, first off, I'm going to show you what you do when you walk. You can ignore this little patch of sugar beets I missed right here, but once you harvest sugar beets, or if you're on a empty field, with the harvested ones, it's going to have like the green chopped up leaves on the ground from harvesting the sugar beets. What you're going to do is you do need a cultivator for planting sugar beets. Even if you have the most expensive sower for sugar beets, which I do not, I just have one of the middle class ones. You still need to cultivate the field. You cannot direct seed with sugar beets, unfortunately, but that is okay. So all you do is the basics: unfold your plow or cultivator. You can use a plow as well, but I like cultivators better. The plows are kind of broken in this game right now still. So I will you just lower the plow, or the cultivator, I'm sorry. You lower the cultivator, and you're just going to try to stay on track. And again, with these weird tractors, I apologize. I was just bored setting up for the video, so I decided why not just go extreme and buy the most expensive tractors with the craziest setups. This tractor probably would be a beast for plowing. I couldn't even imagine how fun it would be to drive this with the biggest cultivator on the game. But yeah, this tractor is probably just basically for cultivating. But yeah, I did a pass here. I will hire a worker just to do another pass, just in case I need a little more room. So let's get someone on this, and we will head over to this. And that is perfect. I didn't even realize. So I have two pallets of seeds and 2 pallets of fertilizer set up on a baling trailer. If you've seen my previous tutorial videos, you will see that this is what I use to load my seeds and fertilizer and whatnot to haul to the farm. And on a side note, they just came out with a mod on one of the modding websites, not on the official mods on the game. There is like a stack of like 3 of these and a stack of like 6 that you can buy, but you do need a very strong tractor or wheel loader to lift them. And it looks like he is going to get stuck right there, which is okay. We'll just, oops, if I can find the right tractor, we'll just fire him. You're fired. Get out of here. Shut this bad boy off. Jump back in this Challenger, and all you do, you don't even have to unattach it from the apologize for that bad driving. You don't even have to detach the tractor from, or the trailer from the tractor. All you got to do is hit the refill button, and if you can see past the thing right there on the bottom, there is probably sure you guys didn't see that, but if you did, I am on Steam and someone just got online, so I couldn't see it. But you guys probably saw it, that the seeds are full, and then if you drive over to the fertilizer, you can fill the fertilizer, which is cool that you can fertilize and seed in the same pass. It saves you, if you have the 3-stage fertilizing on, it saves you a stage of fertilizing. So we will unfold this. Again, this is not the biggest sugar beet sower, but it is a very decent one that you are more than likely to buy if you are playing on a regular account, as I normally do. But in my tutorials, Obviously, I have the modded money, that way it makes it easier to show stuff. But you don't care about that, you just want to see me not throw down some sunflowers, but throw down some sugar beets. And for those of you that are new to Farming Simulator 17, that is the sugar beet icon or emblem right there, the green one. So whenever you're buying a sower, make sure it does have that emblem or icon, or it cannot plant sugar beets. So let's turn this on and we will go. And as you can see, it didn't go over that. That is because, like I said, you have to have a cultivated field. You cannot just direct seed over a non-cultivated or plowed field. Again, with the heavy equipment, this is a little overkill for this, but I just wanted to show off some of the best tractors in the game. And I probably won't ever be able to buy these on a legit server, so might as well enjoy them while I can. And again, I will do the first pass, and then I will let the worker do the second pass, and he will probably get stuck on the end. So that is the sowing and the plowing / cultivating process. I will not show you the plowing because it is the exact same as the cultivating, just you use a plow instead of a cultivator. Alright guys, next I will show you the harvesting process of sugar beets. As you can see, this one is almost full because I was kind of running it in the background while I was setting everything up just to get it started. I'll show you where you buy the equipment. Obviously, you go to beet harvesting. I have this one on this tractor right here. I have this, the Rooster 604, and you also need the topper, not that, you need this, the FT 300, 17,000 and 88,000, which is a lot better than paying for this thing, which if you're playing legitly on normal or hard, it is going to take a very long time to get this. So this is your best option. And what is cool about FS17, which I believe you couldn't do in Farming Simulator 15, at least I was told you couldn't do it, so I never checked, but you could not hire a worker to do your beet harvesting, which kind of sucked because it took a long time to do it. And yeah, you couldn't hire a worker for the smaller equipment. You could obviously hire a worker for the bigger equipment, but the bigger equipment is so expensive. So I will just turn the tractor on because you cannot hire a worker. And as you can see, it says H to hire a worker, and I will show you that this is a worker doing it. He will top at the beginning, and then which is cool, he will not turn the harvester on until he gets onto the field. And then as you can see, he just takes off and goes. And I take offense to that. I am not an object. I am a human being, Farming Simulator, not an object. And there you go. That is how you harvest and top with the small equipment. Now we're going to look at the Homer. This thing is a beast. As I showed you before, it is very expensive, and you also need the topper on the front / harvester in order to harvest these. And again, with this, you can do it yourself, but if you are like me and like to multitask, more than likely you'll do a little bit of it and then hire a worker and let him do it. So I will hire the worker at the end because I don't want to turn it around. And that, my friends, is how you harvest sugar beets. It is extremely easy. Alright, so next guys, I'm going to show you some ways you can unload the big sugar beet harvester and the little sugar beet harvester. So we'll jump in this semi with the tipper. You obviously don't need this big of a setup, but again, with the money, I just wanted to use big equipment. So with the hired worker, all you have to do for this is drive underneath this, and he will then, if you block him, he will stop, but he will start loading you with sugar beets. And if I move out of the way, I can just kind of cruise next to him. I can set my cruise controller, or cruise control, not controller, for harvest speed and just, tag along with him. But I'm not going to do that because I am just showing you guys a tutorial. So again, same thing with this guy. You're just going to, I believe I am on the wrong side actually. Yes, I am. Shows you how much I studied before I made this tutorial. So again, you're going to drive underneath this. You want to get a little closer than that. and he will begin to fill me with sugar beets. And that is it for this way to load the tipper. There is also the new awesome feature on FS17, the unload anywhere feature. As you've seen, if you've seen the some of the teaser trailers they released before the game came out, the tip anywhere, I believe is the name of the video it was called. It is on the Farming Sim YouTube. You can, I'll hop out of this real quick and try to catch up to this guy, if I can catch up to this guy. And we'll jump in and I will fire this guy. And I'll bring up the help menu just to show you I do know what it is. But all you do is hit O, not 0, you hit O to pipe out if you're on a computer. If not, it shows you what buttons to hit on the help menu. And you just hit left control and I. And let me hop back in. And you can unload anywhere. So I will unload this little bit right here just to show you that. Again, you can do this with the other one as well. Just make sure you pipe out before. I'll tab over to that real quick. Let me find it. Oh, that was it right there too, wasn't it? Son of a gun. Okay, right here he is. Okay. So also you can do it with this one. I will show you. You make sure you have the. Let me get rid of this guy. Make sure you have the back thing selected, the harvester and not the topper, so you can pipe out. And then obviously you don't want to unload onto a field. You want to unload kind of out of the way. So I will left control and I, as it says, unload anywhere. And there you go. You can load it up into a big pile and unload it like that, or you can kind of spread it out a little bit. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to let him empty right here as I switch over to this bad boy to show you the next step of sugar beet harvesting. If you so choose not to load it directly into the tipper and want to have a little more fun, you can buy this also expensive piece of equipment, the Homer Terra Fellis 2 Eco. It is just for collecting sugar beets from the ground, and you can tip them into a trailer. This thing has a lot of commands. I'm just going to tell you that now. As you can see, I still have the help menu open. There is all kinds of different buttons you can hit for this. I'm going to show you right now what you can do. You hit the lower button to basically unfold it. Instead of having to unfold it as a separate button, you just hit lower. And it basically brings out the huge crane system in the back and the huge loader on the front, as well as shifting this, I believe it's just a counterweight off to the side. That way this thing doesn't get top heavy and tip over when there's stuff unloading. But all you do is turn it on with B. It will beep, and as you can see, it will start to load. And right now it is full because I do not have the unload anywhere on. Okay, I guess it is not full. It just is taking a little bit to load these. Okay guys, so once you have this thing full or going, you can then jump into your tipper and drive underneath him. Hopefully this wheel loader is not in the way, and it was. Again, I apologize for the horrible driving, but there you go. That is how you can unload it into a tipper from this point. This way, really, honestly, as you can see, doesn't make a lot of sense when you're playing by yourself, but it is pretty cool that you can do this. You can probably line it up like this and just kind of like drive along, and you'll have more of an area to load it. But also, there is a really cool feature on this. Not really, I don't know if it's cool or not, but there is another feature. As you can see, the left control and Z changes the control group. As you can see right now, I'm on this front little leveler or whatnot it is. And if I hit left control and Z, I switch over to the pipe, which I can then raise and lower and left to right and in and out. So you can basically, there's all kinds of different things you can do with this, which is really cool. So I will shoot it back over this. like that. Let me get that centered back up over the end. Okay guys, so that is how you use this. Let me shut this off. And you then fold it up. There is a fold button that folds it all nice and compact back together. This machine looks really cool. I don't know what it is about it, but it just looks really cool. There's like so many little things here and there on it. It is a really cool vehicle and would be awesome to see in person. But with that being said, I will show you the last way, and probably the way that makes the most sense at the beginning of the game or when you don't have a lot of money to spend, is to just use a wheel loader, a telehandler with a bucket, a wheel loader with a bucket, a tractor with a front loader and bucket, or even a skid steer. But the wheel loader has the biggest bucket capacity, so I like to use the wheel loader if I can afford it. And just load it up. I don't know why I've been struggling lately for some reason with a wheel loader, or with a bucket on a wheel loader. But as you can see, just drive right over the pile and it's going to fill it up to 99%, which is close enough. So you just head on over to your tipper and unload. And there you go guys, that is how the beets are processed on this game. If you have any questions about this video, sugar beets, or any other of my Farming Simulator 17 videos, or any Farming Simulator 17 questions in general, or if you want to complain about how annoying or how dumb my voice sounds, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. I appreciate you watching this video, and stick around for more Farming Simulator 17 tutorials. Thanks for watching, guys.